right now. So welcome to today's call. This is kind of sporadic, just kind of happened off the whim, but want to give you guys a weekly outlook for some of the pairs that we're looking to mark up and potentially trade with here this week. So got a special guest on here tonight. We've got our team's number one earner in trading and number one earner in general. And what really excites me about having Brendan on the call is that he just started trading with iMarkets Live on February 22nd, I believe. And if not, then he'll correct me. But I asked him the other day, I was like, Brendan, how long have you been trading for? Because it's been unbelievable with the results that he's been able to have. And, he told me the first day that he started learning how to trade was on February 22nd this year. And what really excites me is Brendan has been able to have ridiculous results trading. And it's been because of the education that we're getting here with iMarkets Live. So he is the perfect person to give the weekly outlook for a team this week, simply because of all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to him. He's going to take over from here, go into a little bit of his story and how he's been able to get so proficient at trading just for a couple of minutes. And, after that, he's going to give you a weekly outlook on some of the pairs that he's going to be marking up for this week. So that being said, Brendan, floor is all yours, my friend.
I'm not prepared for any of this because I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. So we're just going to wing it. So basically I got started with iMarkets Live on February 20th, not the 22nd, but same thing really. And I just instantly dove into it, instantly just did everything that I could to become a proficient trader, become an independent trader.
How many hours do you put in a day?
8 to 12, and then weekends I would just do nothing but trade.
You put 8 to 12 hours in a day of learning how to trade.
Yeah, and then I blew through the entire academy over a weekend.
Amazing. So guys, just so you know, if you want to be a professional at anything, you need to treat it like a profession. So if you want to be a professional trader, I consider Brendan to be a professional trader. Okay? You have to do what professionals do. I understand that time might be an issue for a lot of people, and not everybody's going to have time or be able to find the time in order to blow through the academy in a weekend. But if you want to get the results that Brendan is having right now, this is what he's done. So back to you, Brendan.
Yeah, so then after I went through the academy and everything, I would go through and watch as many IML TV live streams as what I could to get into see what everyone else is what the professional traders were thinking, and just saw how they trade and everything. And I mean, it's worked for the most part. I'd use a bunch of different trader IML TV's people's trading styles and kind of mix it all into one. And yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I've been continuously working at. I've been trying to plug myself into as many trading groups as what I can, so I can see other people's analysis, compare it to my own, and yeah.
So pretty simple. You basically just went through the academy, you tune into IML TV, and you get into as many group chats as possible to see what kind of signals people are throwing out. You mark up the signals and verify it for yourself. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, there you have it. It's really not that complicated. You just got to do the work. So that being said, Brendan, why don't you go ahead and take over for the weekly outlook and some of the pairs that you're looking at.
All right. So right now we're on Euro USD. This thing's been basically in a free fall for a while now. And we have a current trend line that price is about to go and respect. We have an area of support and resistance. So what I'm looking for this pair is I'm either looking for a push up and break through the current resistance areas, or I'm looking for it to just break through down. I'm more leaning towards the downward for the sell for this, because there's a lot more resistance pushing it down at the moment. And there's just a lot of stuff that price would have to do for me to consider it a buy. It would have to break through this trend line. It would have to break through this resistance. It would have to break through this resistance. Instead, for a sell, all it has to do is bounce down off the trend line and go down. So that's what I'm looking at for this one.
Could you do me a favor? Could you zoom out maybe on the daily chart or the 4-hour chart and show where you drew the support resistance lines?
Yeah. So it's right in here.
Perfect. So there's a lot of new people on here. That's why I was saying that. So could you?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
And there's like previous like areas of support in this rough area as well. So
Perfect.
and then I'm just looking at the pairs you sent me, so I make sure I go over them.
Definitely appreciate that.
Wait, I had this one. Sorry. I just woke up.
It'll actually be more helpful if you just redraw it anyways, because people are going to see where you're drawing the lines. So
Yeah.
I already have it marked up.
So I see like a small trend line right there. I don't really like that trend line though, because it's just kind of like a push off of like a area of resistance right here, and you have an area of previous resistance into like newfound support in this area. What I'm actually seeing with this one is that so you have an area of support, area of resistance. What price is either going to do is it's either going to push down off of this, pull back, create a new resistance off the support, then go back down, or it's going to go up off of here and either bounce off of this, or it's going to go break through it, turn it into a new support. I'm looking more towards the buy off of this one. Yeah, I'm looking more towards the buy off of this one, just from, I don't know, it's just looking like a buy to me. I don't really know how to explain some of the things that like I think of, but like I just get a feeling for it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, you can.
What is the blue line that's going through? Is that?
Oh, that's an EMA that I have. It's a 800 EMA. I just have it to see where the overall trend is going.
Okay.
So,
okay. So it's like a trend line, kind of.
It's a moving average. So it'll take like I think like the last 800 candles and like take an average area of where the candles were. So you can use it to like see like whether there's going to be a reversal in the areas. So price will be under it, it's going down, and then like price moved up, like tested it, and it like did a consolidation off of the moving average, and it's now pushing up off of it.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of consolidation. Thank you.
Yep. Sorry, I'm like, I know like some of the stuff that I do, like it's normal to me, but like I understand, like I don't, it's hard for me to like remember that like other people don't understand it. So like, you know.
So I think when I was marking up this particular pair, USD AUD, the notes I have on it, I don't have the markup in front of me. But what I saw is that if you actually scroll out to, I think it's the daily chart, it's in a really big support and resistance line right now.
That is true.
And what else do I have? On the fib retracement, it's heading towards the 23%. If you mark up that last,
like this one,
that last wave. No, I think it's the bottom, the next lowest low. Not
right here.
No, the one you were just on.
This one.
Yeah, from there to the top. If you mark up the fib on it, it looks like it's heading towards the 23%. And I think what we had marked up, oh, you don't even have, oh, yeah, you do. I think what we had marked up on it was that it was heading towards 23%, and it was most likely actually going to be a downtrend forming because of the history on what it does in that zone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really sure. I wanted to get your opinion on that. But we're looking for a really big movement off of that.
Yeah, I mean, like what I could be seeing, like for the moment on the hourly, could just be a pullback off of a downtrend. But what we're currently in right now could just be a pullback off of it, because if you
Tomorrow we'll have news out.
Yeah, there's news coming out on the Australian dollar tomorrow too.
We're not trading that.
So
it's currently at like a 160, like 61.8, like roughly bouncing in between the 50 and the 61.8.
yeah, true. Okay.
So, I mean, like everything that I do is off the hourly. I don't really look at the higher time frames most of the time. So
Makes sense.
it's like kind of hard for me to do like a tell you like what will happen like far into the week off of how I trade, but
Makes sense. By the way, news coming out about the Australian dollar tomorrow. So just a disclaimer for everybody that's new in the group: do not trade that pair until the news breaks. If you guys don't know, go to forexfactory.com and it will show you all the news for the coming week.
are you talking about like this?
Yeah.
That's like not even gonna pay attention to it. Don't care.
You don't pay attention to Forex Factory?
I don't pay attention to orange folders or yellow folders
There's a red folder at 9:30 p.m.
on like tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Exactly.
I wouldn't pay attention to it.
Why is that?
It's just not like, it's just retail sales. It's not like something like that is like major in the economy itself. Now, like this NZD one, inflation expectations, I'd pay attention to that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
But like retail sales doesn't like, it might like affect it for like 10 pips. But I mean, for like 15 minutes, like if that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's not something that like I really pay attention to. The French bank holiday I'd pay attention to. The euro might not move as much on that day.
What day is it? That's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, that's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay, cool.
And then we have a lot of euro holidays on Thursday, and the Swiss franc has a holiday
Okay.
on Thursday as well.
All of Europe is taking off this week.
I'd pay attention to these Canada ones on Friday.
Yeah, that's big.
And GBP. A lot of GBP news.
Goodness. Basically all of the European currencies.
Mm-hmm.
Out this week. Good stuff. Okay, cool. I think there was one more pair that I wanted you to mark up. GBP AUD, that's the one.
GBP, yeah, I was doing that one. All right, so for this one, it's not really trending. It just broke through a trend line, like did a little retest of it, then made a move back down. I currently have a markup for like an area of support and area of resistance that I believe that it'll stay in. I think if I have it on the daily. See, there's like previous area of support, and now it's turning into a newfound resistance. And there's like a lot of like, this has been like a key price range. If you look at the daily, there was like previous support into a newfound resistance. It was like consolidated in this area and then moved up, broke back down. So now we're looking at it to retest it and either do a good retest and bounce off of it, or this was like a fake like breakout of that resistance.
Okay, let's see. You just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, it's one of those you just have to wait and see. I'm looking for it to like push back up and either retest this and then go down, or it to go down and like break this support and retest it as a newfound resistance.
Right. So either way, you're looking at probably a sell for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, depending on news too. That's another thing with GBP.
Yeah. They could like the news could have it just completely changed, like with how many like folders and stuff there were.
Yeah, it damn near needs its own website.
And a lot of these really affect like the economy, and since they all come out at once,
It's gonna be crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And that comes out on Thursday, right?
This is Christian real quick.
Yeah.
Sure. I think somebody just said something. It's not. No big deal. Cool. So by the way, guys, if you're looking at potential selling opportunities, that does not mean get into the trade as a sell right now. That means look for selling opportunities. So if it's a selling opportunity, you're going to look for a pullback to get into the trade with. And if you're scalping, meaning if you're going for 5 to 10 pip trades, whatever you do not look for buy scalps if it's on a downtrend and you're looking for sell opportunities. Just had to throw that disclaimer out there.
All right, so with this one, it just broke a downtrend line. You could say that this was like a retest right in here, like right in here was like a retest. There's an area of support right in here. And it's just like, all right, so my RSI decided it wanted to come back up. So with this one, I'm looking for a buy, looking for a break of this, retest, go. Or I'll have another trend line. This is probably a daily trend line. Yeah. So it's at like a current like daily trend line as well. So you could be looking for
it to touch the bottom of that trend line.
Yeah, for it to break through this, hit this trend line, and then go back up.
Right. So on this trade in particular, when would you be looking to enter the trade?
I'd be looking to enter the trade, seeing how it respects off of this area or this area.
Okay, so if it breaks through the resistance, would you wait for the retest of that newfound support line to enter?
It depends on how like the candles are moving. So it could do like a candle formation of where it like does like a railroad or like some like big like reversal pattern that would just have it just like shoot straight down. So it's kind of like you have to like kind of play it how you see it. And it's kind of like hard for me to be like, hey, like this is exactly like how like what I'm waiting for. 'Cause it could just like how it's been like consolidating down and consolidate its way down and then retest. And if it does like do that consolidation, I'll just like wait until the retest happens. Or it could just shoot straight down. And if it shoots straight down, I'm getting in like rounds it breaks through.
That makes sense.
So it depends on what happens.
Okay. So do you have a target number of pips that you shoot for on each trade?
Not for each trade. I have a daily 50 pip target, and I've been like doubling that like almost every day.
So you look for 50, you usually catch like 100.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. So by the way, guys, everybody who's on the call right now, think of some questions over the next couple of minutes while we're marking up some charts, and we'll do a quick Q&A at the end of the call, and then we'll head out of here. So what pairs are you looking at in particular this week, or have you made that decision yet?
I haven't completely made that decision yet. This one's looking pretty nice for a retest and then a push back down. I remember I called this one earlier today to push down off of this area.
Right. So what are you looking for? Have you looked at GJ or UJ?
Not yet. Wait, no, this is UJ.
No, that's your J. I meant like USD JPY.
Oh, I haven't looked at USG JPY yet.
We marked up GJ and UJ, and then you marked up EJ.
Oh, you know.
No, that's cool. That actually looks really good.
Yeah. So I marked this up last week, and I mean it's basically done.
Exactly.
Everything like right over my arrows. So I was looking for a break of this, retest, go back down to this trend line, and either push off of this trend line or once more break through it and retest.
That's literally
I have
exactly.
a question real quick.
Yeah.
So when when there's a lot of consolidation going on, you just wait to see what the market's doing, and then like based off of a retest, like if it breaks your support,
hmm
that that's usually your time to get in the trade.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes it depends, but most of the time I wait for a retest because that's the safest route to go. And
Yeah.
so you could go in if there's like a going for a retest, you could go in right here, and then you could have a stop loss right here, right above it. So you don't have like that big of like a pip of like loss if it does not go like how you want it to go.
Okay. You don't have any, like you're not in on this.
No, I'm
Uh,
not in on any trades at the moment. I don't normally trade on this day. I normally don't trade Sunday or Monday
yeah.
because it's like a new week, like market moves differently.
Yeah.
So I like usually it's considered like a trap day. So I don't want to get caught in a trap.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's looking real healthy. I think the other two pairs we had marked up were USD CHF, which you marked up last week, and then GBP CHF, which you marked up last week, and we caught a crazy amount of pips from last week too.
Yeah. Yeah, off of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. Appreciate that.
One of them I did want to look at was this.
Yeah, we caught a lot of pips on that one too.
All right, so this one's looking nice because you have an area of resistance, area of support. So price is most likely going to do this. It's going to like consolidate its way to the trend line and then bounce off of it for a sell. And then there might be like a little area of where like it stops and like does like a little consolidation, might be like a little bit of a pullback in this area, but I'm looking for nothing but a sell on this one.
So basically, you're looking for wait for the consolidation period to end and then wait for the break of that support line.
Mm-hmm. Or it could just like, in case it just does just straight break through, I'll just go in on the breakout of it. On like the breakout of this support line.
Right.
So like price will break through it. I'll wait until like the end of that candle to like confirm that it is breaking out. There'll like the next candle there'll be like a little bit of a pullback, like a 10 pip like a 10 pip pullback, and then it'll go like continue going back down. And like the 10 pip pullback will be like on the 15-minute, so it's not like it's gonna like pull back for like that hour. There'll be like a slight like pullback right after the first breakout candle ends. That's when I would go in for a sell off of it.
Okay. Perfect. Cool. So, by the way, has anybody thought of some questions? Give a little thumbs up, or give actually type in 999 in the group chat if you have some questions that you want to ask. Give everybody a couple of seconds on that. Guys, just so you know, Brendan is not the type of person that wants to share his results outwardly, so I'm going to spare him of that. But what I will tell you is that he's been able to do some incredible things with his account that he made back in. When did you go live with trading?
Like after a week of demo trading, like I couldn't stand demo trading.
You were just like, I need to make money.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, so you went live with an amount that I'm not going to disclose. And would you be willing to say what you've been able to do as far as, I don't know, percentage of return, or like what you've been able to multiply your account by since you've been able to start?
I've more than 10x'd it.
More than 10x your account since you've started.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you're catching, you said, on average of around 100 pips a day, even though your goal is around 50.
Yeah.
That's incredible, dude. Jeez. Well, if anybody has any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and just start asking. We'll take a few questions and then we'll go ahead and adjourn this and hop out of here.
I think I asked mostly everything I needed to when he was doing doing the thing.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just looking for spots if we would place a take profit on this right now for a sell.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pull up the chart myself here after, because that was one of the ones I didn't mark up for this week, but I'm going to have to now.
I remember it, like, his price did this. I remember I told you about this too. It did, I don't even remember where it was at, but it like did like the little one formation.
Yep.
Like that. I was looking for a breakout of that.
Yep. I remember. Let's see. Anybody looking to do some live trading during the London session this week? Yeah. I'll be on every London session this week, probably.
Yeah, so this, I think it was like, no, it's right here. This is called like a downsloping pennant, and it's a cell, like a cell formation. So you look for a breakout of this down one, place your entry right here, like right in here once it breaks out, and then you place your take profit like right, my take profit was like right in here. And then you wait for a pullback retest, place another entry right in here, and then you have another take profit at the same spot.
Boom. So that's a solid about 50 pips.
Yeah, it was like 50, 60 pips each.
Yeah, that's solid.
What was the indicator for that?
It's a downsloping pennant.
Yeah, that's like the formation of it.
Yeah. So Joe asked what the thoughts of GJ and USD-CHF are. So I want you to mark up USD-CHF because that was a really frustrating pair to look at last week.
Dude, I don't even want to look at it.
Consolidation.
It was so annoying.
I'm already getting annoyed. So we got big trend line.
I'm waiting for a good minute for that to break.
He's got, I don't know, dude. You have area resistance, support. It's been like consolidating within here. Have another spot.
Oh, actually, if you scroll out to the daily on this
Oh, Lord.
one, look at the resistance line it's at.
Mm-hmm.
If it breaks through there, I'm going to tear my own hair out. Straight up.
It's like this thing's moved like 400 pips. No, not four. It's moved like 4,000 pips. I think, if I'm doing my math right. I might be doing my math wrong.
It's 400.
400? All right. It's got to go down.
It has to. Yeah, I think what I have written on the board is it's consolidating right now. It's at a major resistance line and expecting a pretty big fib retrace on that candle.
When do you see it going down? When do you see it going down?
It's got to go through a lot before I'd go down, like before I'd enter in on this one, because it could just break through this trend line, bounce off this resistance, and then just keep on going up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I had it on a buy for a while, but then I have a couple sell limits on that. I was like, yeah, that's just definitely got to go down soon.
So it could either do that, or it could like go down, break through this, retest, and then go. I would not go on a sell on this until like it does something like this.
Okay.
Because there's just so much that's going on that it's just, I don't even know how to explain it correctly, but I'm not really seeing it going down, like, except for the fact that it needs to go down.
For real though.
But here's the thing: if it does go down, I'm expecting a pretty big move on it.
It'll be going down to like,
I had it marked up for about 160 pips going down for the first retracement.
And like right in there, might have like a little bit of like resistance in here.
Yeah, I had it marked up at 98387 was the exact number that I had it going down to on the fifth retracement.
Yeah.
For the first level of it, and it's probably going to drop lower than
I hate this pair.
that. After last week, I do too.
Well, I've always hated CHF. I just don't like how it moves. I don't remember what the other pair was that was requested.
It was GJ.
GJ. Yep. So this was last week. I was looking for either a break and retest or just a straight shoot down.
It's in a big support zone right now too.
Cool, because I have it going down as well, low key. So I was just asking to see, just to reassure.
Yeah, I think what I had it marked up for was to be waiting to see what it does on this support zone. 'Cause if it breaks through it, obviously,
Yeah.
it's doing, but if it bounces off, it should continue the uptrend and go pretty far up.
Fuck. bet.
So you're talking about like this support zone right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I see that. So all right, so either seeing a break this, retest, and go, or a straight break of this trend line, and then either go down off of it or break through and retest it for a buy.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Those two right there. I'm waiting for the retest.
So, because me, I'd place a buy like off of a breakout right here. If it does a breakout, and then place a take profit right here, and then do another buy off of wherever it decides to end its retest.
Broski's, quick question. Do you see on GJ hitting on 147.36 again?
Are you talking about the support zone?
Yeah. Do you see it like hitting that mark? Well, obviously.
I think it's going to hit there no matter what. And depending on what it does from there, it'll either bounce off of it or break through it.
I'm just asking because if it does, I'm making fucking money. Let's go. Y'all are the best, bro. I love this team.
I see it doing that. I see it going a little lower than that, but keep your take profit there.
Perfect. Well, those are my questions.
Cool. Anybody else have any questions? I think we're about solid for here. So cool. Well, Brendan, I appreciate you coming on here, man. I know it was short notice, and I know you weren't exactly super for everything, but I think you did a good job winging everything. But let's continue to update these charts throughout the week, Brendan. If you would, please, whenever you mark up charts or whenever you see something in the market, definitely send it onto the Facebook page, the 1% page. Just tag me in it, and then I'll tag the squad in it.
I have one more question for Brendan, though.
Yeah.
Bro, we still getting that Lambo?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go. Miami's lit. If y'all not going to Miami, I don't know what to tell y'all. Miami is lit. It's a movie.
Right. Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate all of you coming on here. Appreciate you all taking the time out of your day. So I will see you tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern time on the 7-year mentorship call. So have a blessed day. Keep these pairs in mind for when you're trading this week, and we'll continue to update you. So see you guys later.